Welcome back to Project Apoc. Just a little curious how many of you out there are actually running hot air to your water instead of running your water through your firebox. The reason why I decided to try this out and see how well it's going to work is because even though I have the steel tubing and it's not thick, I could make more of this right here, but I don't want to deal with that and the water tightness of my poor ass welds. So what I'm trying to do is avoid all hazards and be as safe as I can with running this setup, because the ultimate goal really is to produce as much energy as you can via heat from the fire to warm your cold buttocks, or take a hot shower, or actually run electricity off of one entire setup, hence the whole Project Apoc. Okay, now what's interesting about this sort of setup here is it's kind of precise. So let me show you. It's going to get loud, so turn down your volume, and I'll try to talk over it, because what's going to happen here as I change the angle of this piping, it's going to change how much air is going to blow out, and you're going to need to find area to where it blows out good bubbles or it doesn't blow out any bubbles. Now, in theory, as fire heats the pipe, going to get hotter and the air is going to expand, and theoretically where you have it set at a minimum, it might start boiling pretty good out of there. So the idea is kind of like a stove, okay, where you set your pot on top of the fire heats the pot heats the water boils. Okay, we're avoiding the pot, we're going straight into the water, basically is our concept with this. So here we go. I'm going to turn on the blower, which just a cheap little setup, right? Okay, here we go. All right, so no bubbles. Let's drop the angle, or raise the angle a little bit, sorry. Now we got bubbles, okay? And let's see how far down we are. Let's go back to where we're barely bubbling. Okay. There is a little bit of bubble. We'll go right here. Okay, so we're that far in, we lose, let's just say, an inch. We're right about here on the bucket, which is about 2/3 full. So we're going about maybe a third into the bucket, at 2/3 full. So we're about halfway. But if I fill the bucket up, let me shut this off. Oh, let me try to shut this off. So if I fill up the bucket anymore, that means then I gotta raise the elevation of the pipe going into the water. Now I build a manifold, and that'll increase the air pressure and actually solder all these joints to stop any leakage and whatnot. That'll also increase air pressure, which then will allow me to get further down into the bucket. Now I tried raising this up, and same thing, didn't matter. It's the water tension, the resistance of the water pressure of the pipe going down in. So raising it didn't help. Sealing everything up, building the pressure manifold, that is going to help. So in concept, we're avoiding hazards. We are avoiding a steam explosion by creating a pipe bomb. Okay? If you think about it, you run hot water in there, and regardless of how careful you are, you may never know that, hey, I got it too hot too quick and vaporized and created a hot pocket, and boom. Okay, you run thick enough pipe at, no 90s, just all curves, you take away a lot of that risk. But we're looking at radiant storage for heat and all that too, so not only for when we don't burn, but help with our hot baths and our cooking, whatnot. So anyways, try it out for yourself, see how it works. I'm definitely gonna check it out in the 55-gallon drum and see what happens. So blowing hot air, stay strong, stay free, stand by me.